housekeeping rules. Please make sure your microphone are mute while presentation. Also, we are going to record this event, so I hope this is not an issue for you. If it is, please put your camera off. We will put the video as well as the PowerPoint of today on our website. So today's presentation lasts for an hour or less if you don't have so many questions. So a first slot of half an hour with a presentation from my side on really the terms of reference of the Mission Green Living Areas, followed by a question and answers from your side. We'll try to give you the floor so you can ask your question, sorry. And then we have another slot of half an hour by the governance project, because as you know, you will have to work with them, also because they will support you, so they will present you how this work will be done, so you can also prepare your application form properly. Before we start, a few dates for you also to prepare this work. So there's going to be some technical meetings until the end of the opening of the call. So 4 technical meetings in April. So you're very welcome to participate to get some hints on how to best prepare your application form. So one will be on partnership and logical framework, as well as strategic framework. The second one will be on work plan and mandatory activities, communication activities, indicators. Third one will be on budget and eligibility of expenditure as well as state aid. And in May, you have the fourth one for really question and answers. The instruction phase, will take place from June, so the 12th, once you have submitted your application, until January 2025, depending, of course, on the number of applications submitted, for selection by the monitoring committee in February, and starting dates 1st of April 2025. Your national authorities are also organizing some national info days, so you have the dates here on the right side of the slide. So you can check on our webpage or on the National Authority webpage the date of this info days. Sorry. So that's a screenshot of our website where you can find the information under news and events. So let's get into the terms of reference of the Mission Green Living Areas. So Green Living Areas is one of the 4 missions of the program alongside sustainable economy, natural heritage, and sustainable tourism. So each mission operates as a portfolio of actions addressing the same thematic issue and enhance the full potential of their results. The Green Living Area mission is quite easy to read, we could say. It's one mission for one priority, greener Mediterranean, and one specific objective, which is 2.4, and is about promoting climate change adaptation and disaster risk prevention, resilience, taking into account ecosystem-based approach. So that already gives a clue of what we're talking about. It covers the dimension of the interaction between climate change and living areas. A green living areas could be defined as a territorial implementation or territorial holistic approach to reducing the negative climate impacts of urban activities and enhancing climate resilience for an improved citizen life quality. I think we've all in mind that the Mediterranean area is particularly touched by all the negative impacts of climate change. We're already experiencing a drought nowadays, so the summer will probably be a real issue. So we have heat waves, we have flash floods due to heavy rains, and there's things to be done, especially for acting on the negative impacts of urban activities, improving territories' resilience, promoting green infrastructure, as well as integrated renovation of buildings, and also taking into consideration citizen participation. So that's why the focus of the Green Living Area term of reference for this call is about adaptation to climate change. I say it again, it's less about mitigation, but really about adaptation. The three main focus are the increasing the capacity of public authorities in effective planning and financing for climate change adaptation. This is about recognizing their crucial role in this transition. We are also expecting holistic and transdisciplinary approach to green living area issues. Indeed, tackling territorially this issue means to work on different fields of expertise. That means maybe urban planners, maybe engineers in climate change, some landscapers, and so on and so forth. The third transversal focus is the citizen participation, recognizing here their right to the city and the importance of implying them to make sure all the projects are actually suiting the citizen needs. So we're focusing on urban regeneration to fight its island effect, to promote water cycle management or building stock adaptation with a priority on energy efficiency, with the need to integrate the life quality dimension. So, what should be the project outputs and results indicator under the specific objective encompassed by the Green Living Area mission? So, oh no. Can you still hear me? Can I have a somebody?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm just gonna try. But you can't see my presentation, can you?
No, we do.
You do? Okay.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Good. Sorry for that little technical problem. So, outputs are an important part of your application form. So that's basically the most important production you're going to put forward in your application form. So the outputs that are expected are jointly developed solutions, and solutions results are solutions taken up or upscaled by the organization. So they can concern urban regeneration, as we said, natural-based solution. So it's more about maybe water cycle management as well as its island effects. The energy upgrade of buildings, considering climate resilience criteria. Please note that renewable energy development can only be associated to energy efficiency. So we are not expecting in that call that you submit projects that will promote renewable energy only. And also, we will be talking about mobility and especially better connectivity and sustainable mobility. Another output and results that are integrated under the specific objective is strategies and action plans jointly developed, as well as results, joint strategies, action plans taken up by organization. So that it can be, for instance, CCAP at regional and local level, long-term building renovation strategy, the improve access to funding and investment, urban agenda at local level, or for instance, local plans for sustainable and zero emission mobility. The strategies you can refer to are mainly the European Climate Pact, the EU Renovation Wave Strategy, the new European Bauhaus Initiative, the EU Green Deal, as well as the EU Sustainable and Smart Mobility Strategy. So just to sum up, for more detailed information on you, for you to prepare your application forms, there's quite a few reference documents and tools that can support you. So first of all is the terms of reference, of course, the Word application form template, a courtesy version that will be provided by the program. Of course, the program manual that talks about all the eligibility and the calculation methods, for instance, of the results you will have to put on the application form. The GEMS guide for entering the proposal on the program IT tool, because that's in the end where you're going to put your application form and submit it. The cooperation program and its annex, the communication strategy, the result amplification strategy that is very linked to your work with the governance project, and the online frequently asked questions section. You may be looking for project partners. So for you to know, there's a forum page on the website. So you can see here, you go in the Get Involved section and find some project partners. And you can then choose the mission under which you want to submit and propose partner search. So the frequently asked question is really the place where to ask questions to us, not by email, really through the frequently asked question to make sure there's always someone behind to answer the question. So there you go to documents and tools, and then the FAQ. That's it really for the moment. That's the most important things I wanted to tell you today and share with you. So I propose to now leave the floor maybe to your question if some things were not that clear, or if you want some more details on any
question concerning the web page.
Okay.
This is easy. You can also go through Google Interact Euromed. You will find it anyway, but you will. Here it is. In the conversation.
Okay, so Christophe, thank you for putting the webpage URL. Is there some other questions? You can raise your hand also if you want to ask more directly. Have I been that clear or that unclear? I lose you all. Okay, well, if you don't have question right now, I suggest I would maybe pass on the floor to my colleagues of the governance project. I'm just gonna make a little introduction to.
Yes, I have a question.
There's a question?
Yes. Is it possible to submit a project proposal that only aims at detailing the issue and assess possible solutions without getting to the testing phase? We have a question concerning the different.
Okay. I'm gonna answer the way I understand the question. The two focus of this call are test and transfer. What you're suggesting looks very much to me as a study project, and study projects are not considered in that call. We really want test projects and transfer. So doesn't look like just detailing the issue and assessing possible solution would fit. I don't know if I answer your question, Valeria. So just as a reminder, so test project really encompass the three phases, let's say, of the project: study, test, and transfer. So test integrating possibly investment, and transfer is really about identifying a solution that works somewhere and to find some partners that are interested in implementing this solution in their territory.
Okay, there are more questions now, because people had to take the time to think and to write. They are concerning the eligibility of ideas. A project aimed at the comprehensive renovation of an entire neighborhood on a social and energy level. Would it be eligible for this priority?
Okay, I would say yes, this project is available. Please make sure, as we have as a main focus, climate adaptation, that also this renovation is taking into consideration the future climate. So not only as we've been maybe doing in the last decades, worrying only about winter comfort, but also thinking about summer comfort and passive comfort as much as possible.
Here we have another one concerning the project idea. In this case, it is about testing solution for fostering the drinkability of the water in urban areas.
I'm not sure I understand the, the project about drinkability of the water, but I would say use of grey water is a topic. Reuse of rainwater is a topic. Fostering the drinkability of the water in urban area. I'm not sure. Maybe if you want to detail a little bit more.
Yeah, generally it is always an issue of course, it's interesting to discuss ideas. On the other hand, of course, we cannot give very detailed feedback neither from our side to just the topics. So this is why we try always to give you the frame and so that you have an idea of how you can adapt your ideas to this framework that has been presented. Then we have a question, a more technical question. How many different countries are needed to form an eligible consortium? Okay, so that's in the term of reference, but as a minimum, the partners must be based in 5 different countries within the Inter-Euromed cooperation area. At least 2 partners from an EU region of the program cooperation area. And for test project, it is recommended not to exceed 10 project partners, and for transfer, 8 project partners. Okay, here is a question concerning the references. How much is relevant the capitalization of results from Primer, Horizon, Live, and MFAF programs rather than previous Interact Med programming period? More specified in the previous call. Okay, there's no competition between the references. I think we wanted to put the emphasis on this new program. Maybe we didn't put forward that much before, but you can, of course, and you are very welcome to
to focus or make capitalization on previous Interreg-Med programming periods, especially maybe for transfer.
The next question is, I work in a German non-profit organization which has representative offices in Western Balkans. Are we eligible to apply as German organization, but implementing activities would take place in eligible countries? I can give also feedback on this because I had this issue.
Thank you, Christoph.
I have seen this issue before. Yes, in general, yes, it is possible to apply from outside the program area as well. Of course, always making clear that there is a need for or a particular benefit for participating in a project. On the other hand, it is also not that easy as it sounds, because an agreement has been found behind the scenery with, particularly with the German Interreg authorities that are implementing in Germany their Interreg programs. So usually from the base of, they are based in each land. And this means that from behind the scenery, we have to check if they are ready to accept a project from, or a participation in a project from outside their programs that they are usually participating in. Then if you have representative offices in Western Balkans, you can also check if they are legal entities and could participate by their own as independent structures in the project.
Yeah.
We have the next question. Now we have a lot of questions, so we have to check. Will projects based on improving public transport be desirable?
That's a very good question. Projects based on improving public transport can be desirable. Make sure, once again, it's also tackle as much as possible climate change adaptation.
The next question is also on the use of methodology in a previous project. Now we want to test it in different environmental, climate, operational settings, and in the end develop a transfer toolbox for future transfer across the EU. Are we correct to understand that this is a test project?
Is it a test or a transfer? I would say it depends how much you develop that and implement that methodology before. But I understand you want to adjust it because of the different environmental, climate, operational settings and develop a transfer toolbox. So that could indeed be a test project.
Okay, the next question is already concerning eligibility of, in this case, equipment relevant to the testing of the solution or equipment in transfer project following the experience from other projects. Well, this is an issue that will be discussed with more, also with later meetings that we will have, but a quick answer perhaps you can say.
Yeah, you should attend the technical seminar on eligibility of expenditure, but let me understand properly. Purchase equipment relevant to the testing of the solution. Okay, you are allowed to purchase equipment for the testing. So for the testing of solution, they can be related to investment. Once again, this is quite specific categories. So you really want to refer to the program manual. And they can be also eligible equipment for transfer projects. Really, that depends on your project. So read the manual and participate to that technical seminar. You will get more detailed information.
You have also already information when you get to the manual. This eligibility is quite well explained, and you will have a particular seminar also. It is very often case by case. Is there a limit to the number or combination of for-profit and non-profit organizations that can form a consortium?
That's a good question.
We will also have a seminar on partnership composition. This is the next one we will have in 4th of April.
Yeah, basically have in mind that first the lead partner must be a public authority, so that's at least one. And second, indeed, we will assess the relevancy of the partnership. So at some point, implementing a strategy, implementing a policy without local authorities will not make your project looks really relevant. You really, I guess, need to have a mix of kind of technical knowledge partners and some more implementation partners. And once again, we talked about the holistic approach, so you also maybe want some different fields of expertise, not only energy engineers or not only urban planners, but also a mix of.
Then we have a presentation of a contact from Spain. You can take it from the conversation if you are interested. And I think the next question is, and also are construction and renovation works acceptable? This is taking up the idea of eligibility of different
construction and renovation works acceptable. I would say more renovation. Please have in mind we are talking about adaptation and say in acting against the negative impacts of urban development. So we want to limit urban soil sealing. We don't want to participate to urban sprawl. So we are really more on renovation, regeneration. The costs of the works are acceptable and probably eligible under the investment category. But have in mind the budgets are maybe not at the same level of the needs of such a project. We're talking about 2.5 million per project to be shared among partners for a test project, for instance.
If you have applied an innovative test idea for sustainable tourism for another European call, but it was not funded, I think, can we apply again now as test project?
We have a sustainability mission, but the thematic seminar of this mission will be tomorrow. So maybe you want to go there and ask them the question. I think if the project is actually compliant with the term of reference, you may have your chance, but also make sure that why you haven't been successful in the other one can be approved. I think my colleague Pascal from the Sustainable Tourism Mission wants to reply. Go, Pascal.
Yes, thank you, Judith. Of course, you can apply, but you really have to make sure you will meet our program expectations. I mean, I don't know where you applied, in which other program, but we are transnational program. The area is different. The objectives are different. So it has to fit our program. But you can come tomorrow on the Sustainable Tourism Mission seminar. You will know what we're looking, and yes, but in the for the idea, yeah, of course you can apply.
Okay, I suggest you take the questions that are still there, and then we will go to the next part, because then you can put your questions, and we will have a second
round of questions. Yeah.
Afterwards.
Okay, let's finish with those that are here.
So we have, if we have applied an innovative test idea for sustainable, okay, this is the one we had already. We are wondering if an architecture preservation and or cultural heritage test project related to issues of climate change, I think mitigation and risk prevention could be of interest, as we never found a specific reference to the built heritage in itself in the mission.
Okay, there's no specific reference to heritage building, but it's not excluded either. If you are considering indeed their renovation or preservation as part of the climate change adaptation. That could fit. Maybe that could fit tourism too. I don't know. But that could fit green living. No, that's kind of it, right? But that could fit, yeah, to me. Yeah.
So, okay, you can also, yeah, it depends also very often. It's an interaction between how you present your idea finally according to the outline of each mission. We have then, this is the all but last question that I'm going to take with this session. Could you please describe the main difference between test and transfer projects, since in both of them the applied solution should have been adopted and examined somewhere else before?
Okay, so there's few differences. Maybe the first one in a test project is that your untitled investment, so that can be a very tangible solution that you will apply. For instance, I don't know, in this school we have some tests about rainwater treatment, about greywater treatment, for instance. So that's the idea of a test. And for the transfer, maybe I didn't start properly. Test project will take the 3 steps of a project. So from study to test and to the transfer. So that's the first idea. And for the transfer project, you will be more on strategies probably, and that have been taken somewhere, and you will have really the knowledge partner that have been implementing this strategy, and the partner that takes that solution and put it into in implementation in their territory.
Okay, the testing is more about testing the solution, and when you transfer, you already have a solution that you are usually transferring to a new context. Just to in general, you have also a lot of information in the terms of references about different and in previous seminars about how these and you will get more seminars on this also. When the program says urban areas, is it excluding some type of cities that have some minimum, that have probably minimum population? Is it is there a minimum size for cities?
No, that's why we are more talking about living areas and when it is urban areas, it's more about the built environment. So the ideas of places where there are human settlements. So no minimum population. There's all territories are tackled by this code.
Okay, I'm stopping here for now, and we will perhaps go to the second part and then open again, taking up the new questions after this.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the floor to the governance project now, and we'll talk more about transferability and amplification, and our thematic projects will work with governance projects because transferability and amplification are key objectives of the Euromed program. The program doesn't want patchwork or some of individual projects that are disconnected from one another. So that is true within your projects, but that's also true within each mission between co-thematic projects. So it's willing to create a coherence among projects, a sense of community, and that is why for this programming period, some governance projects have been set up. So there are 2 governance projects per mission, one institutional dialogue and one community project. Sorry, they last for the whole programming period. So we'll have an overview of all the thematic projects that have been developed, and they are here to support thematic projects in finding synergies, transferring and amplifying their results. But I will leave them to present more in detail their work and how you will be able to work with them, or you should work with them. Danilo, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, Judith. I think together with Danilo Che from the Thematic Community Project, we will present briefly two things. First, the and I think Alison is going to share the presentation. What the mission, the two governance project could bring in terms of support to the thematic projects which will be selected. And the second thing is how the thematic project, we can directly go to slide 2, could be, which are going to be selected, could join, I mean, the work. Because of course they will join in 2025 and the work has already been started, but they will be no problem to join. So as mentioned by Judith, the thematic projects are in the center of our work, and both governance projects expect or are willing to bring some support to the thematic projects on the side of tools, methodologies, innovative solutions, technical tools from the thematic community project, and also on the side of the policy instruments for the institutional dialogue project. Oh, sorry.
Issue?
Is it okay with the microphone?
Oh, yeah, we've lost you for a little. If you can start back to the latest sentence.
Okay, so no, I was saying that the support will be brought to the thematic projects, both from the community for living areas, the thematic community project, regarding methodologies, tools, solutions, and also from the dialogue for living areas, the social dialogue project for policy instruments. And now, I don't know, you can intervene, Danilo, as when you want, if you want to complement. And then if we go to the next slide, as we are mentioning that, of course, we are starting now working with the first thematic projects that have been selected from the last call. In fact, for green living areas, thematic 19 projects have been selected. And there will be a launch of the community next month in Turin, coordinated by the thematic community project. And from there, we will create working groups. The objective is to have, in a way, common working groups, working both on the technical side and on the policy side. They will meet perhaps every 6 months, either online or in presence, depending on the events which will be organized. In parallel, for the institutional dialogue project in October, there will be a first institutional dialogue among policy-making stakeholders from the thematic projects and also among some key Euro-Mediterranean stakeholders. And the idea is to start working on implementing existing policies or helping the thematic projects to go to the policy level and trying to support them. In 2025, there will be a new event from the thematic community with other working groups. These working groups will be organized through specific topics based on the topics tackled by the thematic projects. And in 2026, we will also have the annual event of the community and the second Green Living Areas Institutional Dialogue. So when the thematic projects will join, the new thematic projects will join the community in 2025, if I have well understood, you will be able to be part of the community, you will be welcome as the first projects are going to be welcome. So don't worry. And then we will be able to start working on your specific projects, on your specific thematics, to assist you, to help you creating synergies as we are trying to do now with the first thematic projects. And last thing in the last slide, perhaps, we have, some ways to be contacted through the website. If you go to the website, you will be able to register to the newsletter, even if you have not submitted your proposal yet. If you are interested, you can already subscribe to the newsletter. There is a common email for the mission, so you can always send an email, and depending on the subject, it will be tackled either by the thematic community project or the Institute Dialogue project. And we will be pleased to support you whenever it's possible. So thank you very much, and we wish you a successful proposal and hope to see you in a few months' time. I don't know, Danilo, if you want to perhaps add something?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, perfect. Hello from my side. My name is Danilo Čeh. I'm coming from Scientific Research Center Bistraptui, and I'm a lead partner of Thematic Community Project. I will take 5 minutes and provide you some hints, because I'm a lot of time also on your side. And first, I'm extremely happy when I see 125 participants for this online call. So it seems that it's a lot of interest to apply for the projects. And you have some good ideas, and we are always happy. Especially next year, we will be happy to invite you in green living areas, family, as a full project partner of Euromed Interreg. But I saw from the questions, a lot of question is also depending on if idea is okay. First hint, really, and this is the hint which everybody must do. Please read the cooperation document. There are objectives of the program, there are expected results of the program, and there are also written indicative types of actions. So I'm quite sure that if you read this, you will know if your idea fit in or not. So this is really the first obligatory task for each partners who want to apply for the call. Okay, that's the point. Now, some hints. If you plan the project, always plan also activity in your project coordination with governance project. It must be a standalone activity. It can be incorporated in your other activities, but the person who will read it almost must know that you were thinking about this, how you will cooperate with the governance project. So integrate this activity. Now, already Bernard explained that each year we will have at least one common huge event. So you can plan 25, 26, 27. One huge event where all the community will gather for 2-3 days. Then you can also plan that in between this, it will be 2-3 times we will have online session together, that we will see how you work. We will maybe provide you training about transferability of your results. We will also go through your solutions, and we will work with you on your results, because we want to know what is your project, what is your final solutions, that then can be included in the on the one side as a position papers for the institutional dialogue, for other side also as a technical solution for other local communities, regional governments, and other target groups. So you must plan also some online session. Then we also want to help you. We will provide you on the start also a baseline of all the projects from previous financial period, which you can, which I think will provide you a lot of help when you will start up activities, state of the art of activities. So you will get some help from us. We will also provide you additional help with synergies with other thematic projects, which will are already approved and will be approved in the next call. So you will see which projects are close to you, to your topics. You will see on which with which project you can work together with building some synergies, exchanging knowledge, exchanging results, and so on. So we will provide also this, and we will really motivate you that you also explore this cooperation with other thematic projects. Also, we want to help you by we will provide the calendar of events. We will invite you also on some of these kind of events. Example, Sustainable Week of European Union, Green Days of European Union, where we, as a governance call, we will prepare maybe some sessions, workshops, and then we will include you that you are coming with us, and you have possibility then to also to show your results also to the other target groups. So we really want to work together with you. On one side, we will help you. On the other side, we will work together to explore your results and really mainstream then your technical and the position papers to the other target groups. So again, read the cooperation program, read the manual, and read the terms of reference. Then you will know, and I think from these 3 documents you will know how to write the proposal. I have forgot something. No, I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Judith, we don't hear you.
Thank you very much. So thank you, Danilo. Thank you, Bernard. Is there some questions to our 2 representatives of the governance project, which, as you have understood, will maybe soon become your best friend in the program? Maybe you need some little time to think about it. I will then take the time now to answer the last 2 questions that there was on the chat for the previous slot, where you're thinking about your question to the governance project. So I answer in the chat, but someone suggested our idea is developing a model for implementation of photovoltaic thermal system, use of solar energy for production of electricity and hot water, as energy transition to energy efficient public buildings like kindergarten. If you're really orientated only towards renewable energy, no, that wouldn't fit the term of reference. Sorry. There was a question from Italy, I think, from an SME. I work for an Italian SME. We would like to understand how our SME is funded under this program and if we can ask for co-financing. So SMEs are welcome under Interreg Euromed program. There is also, if what you're thinking about is the co-financing from the Italian state, Fondo Rotazione, I think that's its name. You can contact your national authority to make sure about the eligibility criteria.
Just